Here's the latest Black Sea grain news for January 2025, starting with Ukraine.
Ukraine's Hydrometeorological Center said that 77% of winter crops are in good condition, 20% satisfactory, and 3% poor, so the risk of winter losses will be minimal.
Norway has committed $242 million to enhance the Ukrainian Navy, aiming to deter Russian naval activities in the Black Sea. The support is intended to protect Ukrainian infrastructure and ensure the secure export of grain and other products.
Ukrainian President Zelensky announced the establishment of a mechanism to supply Syria with wheat, flour, and vegetable oil. Ukraine plans to collaborate with international partners to facilitate deliveries.
Ukraine will implement a law regulating plant protection products. The law will introduce a European model of regulation that will achieve compatibility of Ukrainian and EU legislation, which will simplify the entry of Ukrainian products into foreign markets.
Ukraine's Minister of Agriculture said 2025 priorities include European integration, demining of agricultural land, digitalization, processing, support for small and medium-sized farms, and land reclamation. The minister also emphasized the need to build vegetable stores to strengthen food security and develop bioenergy to ensure the country's energy independence.
Ukraine's Ministry of Agrarian Policy and the FAO have teamed up to provide seeds to farmers in the most war-affected regions of Ukraine. The program is aimed at 550 farmers who cultivate up to 300 hectares in selected regions. Priority will be given to women-run farms and those operating near the front line.
Ukraine's 2024 agricultural exports reached $24 billion, making up 59% of total exports, and was second to the highest amount of $27 billion in 2021. In total, Ukraine exported 78 million tons of agricultural products, including 6 million tons of sunflower oil, 29 million tons of corn, and 20 million tons of wheat.
Russia now. The European Union has imposed new sanctions targeting Russia's shadow fleet used to bypass transport restrictions on oil, gas, and stolen Ukrainian grain. These sanctions aim to disrupt Russia's ability to circumvent international trade restrictions, potentially affecting its grain export operations.
Russia harvested a record rice crop, producing 1.2 million tons, 17% more than the previous year. The National Rice Union said the record harvest made it possible to maintain wholesale prices at 2022 levels. Russia grows about 200,000 hectares of rice, with two-thirds of its production in Krasnodar.
Russia's Lipetsk region reports that 87% of winter crops are in good or satisfactory condition. Farmers have sown 330,000 hectares of winter wheat. The Lipetsk Agrochemical Service Center said dry conditions before sowing had resulted in delayed germination.
Now Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's Deputy Minister of Agriculture said gross agricultural output increased by 13.4% due to increased crop and livestock production. 19.8 million tons of wheat was harvested, compared to 14 million tons last year. Between September and December, Kazakhstan exported 3.7 million tons of new harvest grain, a 54% increase from last year. Exports went to Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and the Kyrgyz Republic.
Kazakhstan's Union of Potato Growers said they ended the year with a good harvest and consumers will see no significant price fluctuations. The union said there is an increase in export demand for chips and French fry varieties to their traditional export markets of Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Kyrgyzstan. There are also requests for large shipments to Russia and Belarus, mainly for seed and industrial potatoes. However, they are deliberately limiting exports to Russia and Belarus so as not to lose their main stable partners and to fulfill their obligations to ensure the domestic market is supplied.
That's all for now. Thank you for listening.
Black Sea Grain News, brought to you by Green Square Agro Consulting.